Okay, so thank you for helping me today.
You're welcome, Mrs. Fell.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk for a minute before we start about syllables. Do you remember what a syllable is?
It's part of a word that contains a vowel.
Right, a syllable is a part of a word that has a vowel. And if you remember the last time we were together, I taught you what a closed syllable is, right? Do you remember that a closed syllable has the vowel where?
The vowel in the middle.
Okay, and a closed syllable has the vowel, and the vowel is it the short sound of the vowel or the long sound of the vowel?
So it's the short sound of the vowel.
Okay, so a closed syllable is a part of a word that has a vowel, and the vowel is short. What's an open syllable?
Open syllable is one that isn't closed by a consonant.
Okay, so the vowel's free.
So the vowel's, right, free to be long.
Free to be long, I like that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna teach you the steps to figure out how to break a word apart into syllables. And we're gonna do the first word is that, okay? So here are the steps that you need to take to figure out how to break a word apart into syllables. Now, the first step is to label the vowels. So go ahead and find the vowels in your word and put a V to label them. Put a V on the bottom, Yep. Okay, so step one is always find the first two vowels, okay? And I say the first two vowels because sometimes there are three vowels. Find the first two vowels. Step two is to draw a bridge right between those two vowels. Okay? Now, I want you to pretend you're standing on the bridge, you look up, and what types of letters do you see? Are they vowels or are they consonants?
They're consonants.
They're consonants. So go ahead and label the consonants that you see above the bridge. Okay? Now, we have V, C, C, V. Which of these division patterns that I showed you do you think it is? Is it number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4?
Number 1.
It's number 1. And what does it tell you? It tells you that this is called a syllable wall. So you're going to draw your syllable wall right between the two consonants. Okay? Now we have the first syllable. Is that a closed syllable or an open syllable?
That's a closed syllable.
So go ahead and label it closed. And you know, because you told me before, that a closed syllable is going to make this vowel say be short, right? It's going to be short. So what's the syllable? Read it.
What's the syllable?
Yeah, read the syllable.
Cat.
Cat. Let's go to the second syllable. Is that open or closed?
That is also closed.
Go ahead and label it. And that's going to tell your brain what to do when you see this vowel. Is it going to be I or it?
Yeah.
Right. So what's the syllable? Read it.
What's the syllable?
Read the syllable.
Fish.
Fish. Now go ahead and put your two syllables together.
Catfish.
That's how you do it. All right. Let's do another one. Here's your next one. Okay. This time you're going to tell me what to do.
Okay, the first thing that I want to do is identify the vowels.
Okay.
And underline them. Then what I want to do is look up.
No, not yet. You have to put a V underneath your lines. Put a V.
Yes.
And then you're going to build something. What are you going to draw?
My bridge.
Go ahead and draw your bridge. Okay. Now is when you're going to look up.
Look up, and I see two consonants.
Good job. And where's the syllable wall going to go?
The syllable wall should go between the two.
Okay. So we have two syllables. Okay. It's a two-syllable word. The first syllable, is it long or short? I'm sorry. Is the first syllable open or closed?
It's closed.
It's closed. The vowel's going to say it, right? Can you read that syllable?
Hick.
Hick. Good. Let's go to the second syllable.
It is closed.
It's also closed, and the syllable says
Cup.
cup. Read the word.
want me to identify? It's a number 1, but
Okay, it's a
read
number
the
1.
word hiccup.
Hiccup. You did it. Good job. All right. Now I'm going to do. I'm going to teach you something. Let's see if you can do this one. And there's something a little bit different about this one. So you go ahead and do this one.
Okay. First thing I want to do is identify the vowels. I label. Okay, then I want to create a bridge. I look up and, ooh, okay, I see and I'll create my wall.
What do you see? Don't do your wall yet. What do you see?
I see a consonant.
Okay, so go ahead and put a consonant down. Now, something's different about this one than the other ones. This one doesn't have 2 consonants. So this one could be number 2. So you're going to draw your syllable. We don't know yet. You're going to draw your syllable wall after the first vowel. Or it could be number 3. Okay? So this is a different pattern. So what you have to do is know a few things. First of all, number 2 is more common. Okay? So you're going to always try number 2. So go ahead and try number 2. Put your syllable wall after the first vowel. Okay? And let's see if it's a word that maybe you recognize. What's the first syllable? Is it open or closed?
The first syllable looks open.
Correct. Go ahead and label it open. And what does it say? Can you read it now?
Well, then it would be the long vowel, so it would say hey.
Hey. And what is the second syllable?
Is open.
It's open. And what do you think it says?
Low.
Low. What's the word?
Halo.
Halo. Is that a word you know?
Halo.
Good job. Let's do another one. Okay. Step 1.
Step 1, identify the vowels. Step 2 is create a bridge. And then I want to, there's a 1 consonant. Look up. Bridge.
Well, is your syllable wall going to go after the O or is it going to go after the K?
Don't know.
You're not sure. So what are you going to try?
So first I'll try like dividing it. And so it would be...
Well, yeah, first you're going to try to put it after the O because we said that one's the most common.
Correct.
Right? So go ahead and try that and see if it is a word you might know.
Toucan?
Well, the O is going to say O.
Token.
Okay, so the first syllable is an open syllable, right? Go ahead and label it.
And how do I know it's open?
It's,
just because I know the word token?
Because it's this is a syllable, right? It's a syllable.
Yeah.
It's not the word to. It's not a word. It's not the word to. It's toe because it's an open syllable. Right? There's nothing blocking the O, so the O has to say O. If there was a letter there, it would have said ah, right?
Right.
So now what do I do? So this one says toe, you said, and what is the second syllable? Is it open or closed?
It looks closed.
It's closed. And how do you pronounce that second syllable? How do you say it?
Ken.
Ken. Read the word.
Token.
Good job. Okay, we have 2 more. Let's see if you can do these.
Okay, I'm going to ID the vowels. I'm going to create my bridge. Look up. I've got a consonant. I've got a VCV. I start thinking maybe it's the 2. That's the more common. If that's the case, I'll do ray, which is open, so that would be long. This would be closed, so it would be then. close.
And the word
then,
is?
Let me see, raven.
But you forgot to draw your wall. So you should always draw your wall. Make it really, really big. Don't make it.
Felt I wasn't sure whether it was a
Right,
2
so
or 3.
we can always use our pencil, or we could use one of these coffee stirrers to play around with it. But for today, I'm just gonna do pattern number 2 with you. But you're right, it could have been after the V, but you're right, it's after the A. So go ahead and draw it. Make sure it doesn't look like the letter L. Make sure it's really tall and comes sticking out, just like that. And the word is?
Raven.
Raven. Good job. Last one, and then we are done. Thank you for helping me.
Okay. I do my vowels. I ID them. I create my bridge. I look up and I see it's a consonant. That's V, C, V. We'll start with common, which would be number 2, and that would be open, so that would be bow. And then I look at the second one is, so that would be open. The second one is a closed. If it's closed, it's a short, which would be Gus. And I'm going to build my wall and make sure it doesn't look like an L. And it reads bogus. Bogus. This is bogus.
Thank you for helping me today.
Thank you, Mrs. Fallon.